Rip City, let's make your at guard.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for him.
And his scoring numbers have been moving in the right direction these past few years. He's continued to get better at adjusting to what opposing defenses are throwing at him, and he's finding ways to get buckets by any means necessary.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves and for Portland, and the NBA's individual awards used to be announced down the stretch of the regular season. Players and coaches were recognized in front of their home fans.
Yeah, I like that, B.A. I think we should go back that way. I know some people feel otherwise, but I think we should go back that way because it is a recognition for a job well done during the regular season, these individual awards. So I wouldn't have a problem going back to the former way.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. To the middle. Here's Robertson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, you got to admire and appreciate the unselfishness. I mean, Kidd always looking up and looking out for his guys. I mean, excellent at finding the open man.
Here's Drexler. With the fadeaway. And it's in there.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Pass to Erickson. Here's Kidd. Four on the clock. Gugliotta, the second chance points on the tip in.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Here's Jay. Last game with 30. And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Here's Walton in his last outing with 12 points. Here's Jay. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Not exactly how you want to dive into the game. Picks up his first foul right off the bat.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Pass to Drexler. Tries it from 16. Kidd with a rebound.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
He misses the free throw. That's off as well, so he misses both. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the floor. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. To the inside.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
And Minnesota has possession. Pass to Gugliotta. Here's Kidd. Turned in an outstanding game against Utah. Deflects the pass. Here we go, all alone. And that one's good. Jay.
Good fast-paced play there. It's much easier to find a shot when you beat the defense back.
Here's Marciulionis. Puts it up from 17. It's deflected. Here's Drexler. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Kidd. And it's Portland with a rebound. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
Yeah, they played well for part of that game, but couldn't sustain the effort. They were eventually just overpowered.
Here's McHale. Really had his troubles in that loss to Dallas. He just couldn't find his rhythm. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Walton. Shot from the wing. Marciulionis grabs the miss. The Timberwolves trail. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Kidd. What a terrific move that is.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Here's Jay, taking command on offense when they need it, putting up 21 a game. To the right side. Here's Rice. Off target with the three.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Kidd. Averaging almost 23 points a contest. A fantastic offensive player. Down low. Here's Gugliotta. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Rice. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Marciulionis. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Can't get it to fall. Pass to Jay. To the left side wing. Here's McHale. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Here's Walton.
Need to do more than that to keep him from getting the ball in the post.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
He takes it in. Got a hand on it. Pass to Rice. Tries again. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. One shot.
You know, one of the most complete bigs in the game. Walton can do everything for you at both ends of the floor.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 9, struggling so far. And Minnesota calls time here. Last time they met in Minneapolis.
The last time they faced this team, they were very aggressive, found numerous ways to get themselves to the line.
Yeah, a significant differential in free throws made. I mean, give them credit. They capitalized on those opportunities.
Here's Kidd. Pass to Thorpe. They need this. And he lays it up and in.
Superb playmaking from Kidd with that dish right there.
And he drives in.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
No good that time.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Here's Van Horn. 14 points for him last game against Utah. Charity stripe shot.
Right now, they're losing ground. I mean, they might need to switch things up a bit. Maybe hit the offensive boards a little harder.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back, and I understand that. But you should send at least one guy after those.
Here's Kidd. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Trailblazers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the ball and piling up the assist.
knocks down the first one. So both teams making some... Grant, starting your career in the 50s.
Oh,
You know what I mean. Actually, 90s. Back then, we'd see teams usually score in the 80s and 90s. What do you think of the current scoring?
really, BA, the 50s? Wow. But it's crazy. I mean, back then, yes, every game was in the 80s and 90s. Now everyone averages at least 100 points per game. So I think it's been an interesting evolution of the game. And, of course, the fans all love offense. And these players and teams today are providing just that.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. With the drive, pass to Erickson. The baseline J is on the way, and that one's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 5. Here's Jay, and that one is stuffed right through.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Ryder, following the bucket by the Blazers. Here's Marciulionis. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Jay, and there's the drive, and he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Here's Ryder. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, not to mention a couple of blocks, too, making his presence felt at both ends of the floor. This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Portland trailing here. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Minnesota with a rebound. They defeated Utah in their last game.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one, and that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Robbed. Outside Johnson. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. To the paint. The ball's knocked loose. And the basket by Erickson.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Jay. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Come on, guys. Check out the tenacity. There's no back down in this fellow whatsoever.
Pass to Ryder. Here's Marciulionis. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Inside. Shot's good by McHale.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Minnesota's gone a perfect 7 for 7 from deep in this one. Here's Gugliotta. He picked up 27 points in their last win against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Pass to Erickson. Here's Ryder. Shot clock at 6. Shots blocked. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Rice's shot is off.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
And the shot goes down.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Jay. 10 points for him. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. The Blazers making their last shot. Pass to Ryder. Beyond the arc. Drains the triple. He's got 9.
I like this trend. He's hit 2 triples this period, has 3 for the game.
Here's Jay. He's got 12. Here's McHale. Up top, Johnson. Out to the right wing. Here's Jay. Down low. Takes a 13-footer. And the shot falls short that time. Here's Erickson. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Shots good by McHale.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And Minnesota calls time here. Minnesota's got it going from deep. 3 for 3 so far in the quarter. Here's Marciulionis. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, hard not to like the skill set of Sarunas Marciulionis. I mean, a versatile player who really does a little bit of everything and does it with a physical disposition.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, guys, they are dialed in from long range already. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Both good from the line that time.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Well, the Trailblazers shooting around 59%. They've been outstanding on the offensive end. Pass to Finley. Here's Jay. To the paint. Here's McHale. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
The man of a million moves, Kevin McHale, wrote the textbook on how to operate in the post. Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Good work there as it goes.
And that is textbook perfect, the bounce pass. Exactly how you want to throw it.
To the wing on the left. Rice knocks down the triple. He's got 5.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Pass to Leitner. That shot off the mark. Now the Trailblazers will take it the other way. To the middle. Oh, deflected. Here's Marciulionis. He has 6. Here's Ryder. Here's Leitner. Blocked! And they'll get another chance. Here's Jay. He's got 12. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Blazers will retain possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
To the wing, right side. Pass to McHale. The 11-footer. They get it back. Here's Jay. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Here's Kidd. He's got 13. Takes it inside. Ooh, a misfire there. He's made 5. He's missed 5. Pass to Jay. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Here's Kidd. The Blazers making their last shot. Oh, no good again that time. To the inside. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Leitner. It's rebounded by McHale. Portland leading. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
And it's rejected. Here's Kidd, averaging almost 23 points a contest. A fantastic offensive player.
Tell you what, Leitner is a reliable and versatile big guy. A creative scorer who also does a good job rebounding.
And he makes a first. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Trailblazers up by 4. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Coach Greg Popovich. And, Coach, a hot start for you shooting the ball, but in what areas could you improve as a team?
Well, that's all we're seeing. Neither team's playing any D. It's like an offensive extravaganza. Nobody wants to guard anybody.
Well, I'm sure you can inspire them to play better D in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon. soon to start the second half of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. They had a very good second quarter, currently holding a 4-point advantage at halftime. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Most of the damage they're doing is in the paint. They've made a concerted effort to work the ball inside, create high percentage looks. And that could open up the perimeter for them in the second half, with the D worried about the postgame.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, they could be ahead in this game if they were taking care of the boards. More possession means more scoring. A few rebounds either way could decide the outcome of the game. Ultimately, this game will come down to who wants it more.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Portland has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Here's Jay, fires the 3. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Give him 8 points now.
Glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
And for the Timberwolves, here's Erickson. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And we've got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Let's see if that block can amp up this team. I mean, they're looking for anything to get themselves going.
Pass to Marciulionis. Here's Erickson. To the paint. Here's Kidd. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Jay, and the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
To the middle. Tipped. Here's Marciulionis. He's got 9. They now take the lead. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Drives to the hoop. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Here's Kidd. 16 points for him. Pass to Gugliotta. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Marciulionis. He got a piece of it.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's Gugliotta. Oh, hey, how about
big
that?
Big time right there. Big time.
Woo. And he dunks it down.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
Now, I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back. And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Tremendous effort. Defends the shot and gets in perfect position for the rebound.
Drexler. Erickson grabs the board.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Pass to Kidd. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Hammers the lob through. Incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides.
Here's Jay. Give him 20. Here's Drexler. Buries it down low. 6 points for him. Here's Kidd. Inside. And that one's good. Gugliotta.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Here's Jay. Taking command on offense when they need it. Putting up 21 a game.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Here's Marciulionis. 11 points in the game. Down low. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Kidd, one of the most remarkable passers I've ever seen. I mean, a pass first point guard, he sets you up in room service style.
Pass to Drexler. Inside, Walton uses the glass on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 10 here in the second half. Here's Gugliotta. Here's Marciulionis. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Driving inside. Pass to Gugliotta. To the inside. And that one is hammered home. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Here's Jay. He's got 22. To the middle. Here's Walton. Here's Marciulionis. Pass to Robertson. Here's Jay. Here's Drexler. Portland again missing. Here's Marciulionis. And Walton pulls it down.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
And he banks in the layup. Give him 8 points now.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
And Minnesota calls time here.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Here's Kidd. Pass to Erickson. Here's Van Horn. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Leitner. Here's Kidd. And it's all tied up. He's got 19.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Pass to McHale. Here's Jay. To the paint. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. And for Minnesota, here's Gugliotta. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. Portland has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Minnesota with a rebound. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. And it's Erickson missing. And the Trailblazers shooting around 59%. They've been outstanding on the offensive end. And that one's good. Jay.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Pass to Van Horn. Here's Erickson. Here's Leitner. Shot clock at 5. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Down low. Petrie, that's good. And now it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Here's Kidd. Here's Leitner. The rebound by Jay.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
Pass to Kidd. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Second chance effort. Shot is good by Leitner.
Hey, draw him up a solid play, get him an open look, and he delivers.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
Here's McHale. Pass to Petrie. Here's Jay. And it's Portland scoring again.
I think I've lost track of how many of their possessions have ended exactly like that.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to end the possession, though, and it's the reason this game is coming down to the wire. I mean, his touch from outside and from the field in general has been superb.
Shot is good by Leitner.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage, never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Timeout called. Portland.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Roberson's checked in. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Greg Popovich's huddle. He told them, quote, play as if it's 0-0. We want that type of energy and focus. We might be winning, but this game is not over yet. It's a clear message, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
So it's Minnesota now. The Blazers making their last shot. That one's good for 2.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Jay. Oh, a heat check there, but it's off target. Here's Van Horn. Pass to Kidd. Here's Robertson. Here's Kidd. Elbow shot. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Trailblazers have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. 11 feet out. Petrie can't hit. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Gugliotta. Pass to Erickson. Here's Van Horn. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Here's Walton. Fires from the wing. The offensive rebound. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark for Minnesota. They've gotten 6 of their 13 shots to go. Gugliotta. And that misses. That would have put them up. Portland has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. And that one's good. Jay, give him 31 now.
Boy, he's playing out of his head. Now, and the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now. And so far, no go.
Here's Kidd. And it's Portland with a rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Jay. From behind the arc. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And it's Erickson missing. The Trailblazers have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in this fourth quarter. And it's Jay missing. Minnesota shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. Pass to Erickson. To the middle. Here's Gugliotta. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Here's Jay. Here's McHale. Inside. Here's Jay. Puts it up. He hits the back iron and sinks it. And the Trailblazers lead by 6. The Timberwolves shooting 41% here in the fourth. To the inside. Robertson doesn't go for him. Now the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's Walton. Pass to Jay. Lets a floater go. And the layup is good. And now an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
Man, in a tight ball game, it's nice to have him on your team. He's given them life in the fourth quarter, shooting 7 for 9.
Here's Van Horn. Driving to the basket. Pass to Erickson. Here's Van Horn. Over to the wing. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Puts it up from 17. And it's Erickson missing.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Looking to get it going. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Minnesota shooting the rock well at 46%. Here's Marciulionis. Here's Kidd on the take. Gugliotta. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first.
They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
He's perfect from the line this time.
If they want to come away with a victory, they just need to keep knocking down those free throws.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. The Timberwolves shooting just 37% since the fourth quarter got started. Pass to Robertson. Here's Erickson. Here's Gugliotta. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Great job setting him up. The timing of the pass was key.
Portland calls timeout.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
He has truly put on a show out there tonight, tearing it up on both ends of the floor. So impressive. And the other squad has looked helpless to stop him.
Portland has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. Pass to Drexler. To the paint. Here's Walton. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
That's where they'd like all their shots to come from.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Trailblazers?
I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In the first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
The Timberwolves trail. Here's Marciulionis going inside. Drexler grabs the board. Here's Jay. Just 4 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Walton. And there it is for him. And it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Kidd. Out of bounds. It'll be Trailblazers ball.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
.151 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Down low. Here's Drexler. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Drexler got the nickname Clyde the Glide for reasons on display there. Loves to jam it home.
Here's Kidd. Here's Robertson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one misses. And he sinks the second.
And trying to cut into this deficit, tough to leave any points on the table.
Now Portland with it. They're on a 17-7 run. There's a minute 26 left in the fourth. Ooh, it's stolen away. It's intercepted. Pass to Jay. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. No problems knocking that one down. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Trailblazers.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And tonight's win will give them an even 40 on the year.
And with this victory, they have an edge in the season series at 2-1, with one more game to follow against this team.
They've got one more game left against them, and there's no doubt they'll use this as a jumping-off point to take another game off them later in the year. At least that's the plan.
The rebound by the Timberwolves. Inside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. The first free throw is good. So no problem for Portland as they get the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time.